What's going on, y'all? This Greg with Greg Said It. Back with another postseason edition. Final week of it all. Colorado Bowl game coming up in a couple days. And shout out them Buffs. They having a good old bowl time. Hanging out all at SeaWorld and doing volunteer work and just bonding on Christmas. If it's still what it used to be, our theory on the bonding time, play better, like we see that UCF, remember that theory, and if we left early, had time together, gonna play. If that's the case, we should see a really good game because they got a whole lot of extra bonding time and activities. They spending Christmas with each other, and I don't know if they family there or what, but it's like it's a different type of game, week planning, just a lot of extra and a lot of bonding. So shout out to the boys hanging out. We saw our boy Travis made it out there, and hopefully have an exceptional game. It's a mind-blowing game to just let off some steam and remind people what's the real, get back to what's at hand. And just have one of those exceptional games, his last game, and I expect nothing but the best, the best effort, the best performance on both sides of the ball. And I was looking at some news, I know Michael Vick came out as the new head coach for Norfolk State. Like, I didn't really know about the talks of it till like right at the end. And I just got another news alert that Deshaun Jackson is possibly going to be the head coach for Delaware State. And when you really look back at the whole conversation about the prime effect, especially back in my beginning, I talked a lot about that transition from Jackson State and just what that meant, not only for the HBCU, but just the coaches he brought with him, the trainers he brought with him, the guys who would have got another shot at the next level, who left the FCS level and the HBCU level, and what that meant. And seeing these guys perform, you see the Silver Crest perform, and Jeremiah Brown got another year. And we lost some of them. We lost Savion, and I know that we had Chainsaw. I thought he was going to be able to do some things. He ended up leaving. But these guys had a chance to perform at the level for the most part and did pretty decent. And when you look at what he was able to produce from a player level, now we're starting to see it at the coach level. And I think, guys, this is what everybody was afraid of, the people who were afraid. They were afraid of the fact that, and I got videos on this, when you see these NFL guys starting to get their shot, it can be an unfair advantage. Now, they don't all have to be Hall of Famers and gold jackets, whatever. But when you look at the fact that they have the ability to recruit and influence on a whole nother level, you got the chance to play for Michael Vick versus regular dude. The regular dude really will be something special. And there's some good coaches out there. And I'm not saying that celebrity equal good coaching. We know that's not always the case, pro and all that. But boy, it means a lot from a branding and from a marketing standpoint. I mean, you got Michael Vick, he back in his like home state, hometown. It just works. Now, Delaware State, I don't know how that works with Deshaun Jackson, how they make that work, but it's still Deshaun Jackson. And it just boosts, especially these HBCUs, like Coach Prime did for Jackson State. It boosts at least the conversation. The same thing that Bill Belichick did over there in North Carolina. It's not HBCU, but it's about that name. That name. And when you bring a big name, it's going to help with recruiting. Eddie George then went to the playoff this year. A lot of people don't talk about that. He kind of get overshadowed because he came in right after Coach Prime. He was the next big-time NFL guy who got into the HBCU. And they kind of had subpar years the first couple years, but nobody really seen that ascension. Coach Prime left there and went to Colorado. A lot of the hype followed him. And it almost maybe took some pressure off of Eddie George being the big not Hall of Fame yet, but the big NFL guy who's coaching and all of that. And it's kind of like you want him to be on the same level, live up to what Coach Prime did. And as he left and went on, Eddie George seems to be thriving. And these guys are getting a shot. You say, oh, this is HBCU level. It's still Division I football. And it's, at the very least, a stepping stone. But in the meantime, just like Jackson State, it'll benefit the program to have a person there of that magnitude, of that experience, the resources, the relationships that they have been guys who played so long in the NFL. They got relationships with other players. And again, I think that's what everybody was afraid about Coach Prime thriving. He's going to multiply like gremlins. Like, you start seeing other guys get shots because of him. They barely want to give him a shot. You ain't got no experience. Yeah, it's crazy to hope you get another Coach Prime, but you don't really have to, because you're able to leverage what you do have in the Michael Vick and Deshaun Johnson. I remember Ed Reed had opportunity, but that was kind of ragged. But he may get his other shot now. And when you look at the rumors at some point that Ray Lewis was looking to coach, that was a rumor, but I don't know how true that was to what extent. At the end of the day, these boys are coming in and they're getting their shot, because for so long, people made like, oh, you play ball, stay in your lane. Oh, you do your player thing, we do our coaching thing. You can't coach on our level because we are real coaches. You're just a player that was good. They're getting their shots. They're taking up positions, the jobs. And that's the thing that concerns so many guys. Like, I spent all my marbles right here. I couldn't go play on the team. I couldn't go to the NFL. I just started coaching as a grad assistant or whatever. Or, you know, I love the game, and this is why I contribute at. And these guys get to go and have their cake and eat it too. Then come over here and take our jobs. That's what Coach Prime really represented, especially when he started going up there with the big boys. Now think about it. If these boys do well and they make their way, they can start going for some of these big boy jobs, at least group of 5. Either way, they're taking somebody's job that's just a coach a lot of times. Maybe they play college ball, but when these NFL guys really start doing some things, you're in trouble. I can see what Bridgewater doing his old school. His high school that he came up with. The way he dominated, it's a good program. Maybe he revived it a little, but he won't be that long, because he's a proven ex-pro. So, you know, you look up, he going to be at somebody at HBCU, which is a step up from high school. It could be, hopefully. You know, you go up there and you do well and you grow into LCS school program in Florida. You work your way up if, you know, you want to. But that's a lot better than what it used to be, because they weren't getting a shot at all. They wasn't getting the shot to even go to Division I. And you go, it's like, that's the way you can shun a guy who's the big guy, let him know he's the little guy. You go back over there and you coach over there at Juba Junior College, Juba Creek University, little bitty Division III, Division II. These guys coming in at Division I, now you got to minimize Division I. Oh, it's Division I. These guys starting at Division I, they right around the corner from you. They may not be in the big conferences, but they're close. You see how Coach Prime made that jump. So not only him doing what he did, open the door to start at Division I level, but the fact that they can do well at that level shows that they can get opportunity. Yeah, you're not Coach Prime. You don't have the brand. You don't have this and that. But he did it in 1-2 years. You can do it in 5. I don't know. Eddie George may be coming up and be at Fresno State or somewhere. You know, if he choose to, the opportunity is there, because as long as Coach Prime is having success, and as long as he's showing it's not that much of a difference, at least for their knowledge and their skill set, these boys going to move up fairly quickly, and they're going to start filling in those ranks. And boy, it's a lot of guys that play in the NFL who career in, who love the game, who want to coach. And they may have thought they couldn't do it. And now they see they can. They may not got the opportunity, but maybe they will, because this thing is opening up and it's popping like popcorn. Boop, 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 boop. It's exactly what I saw. And it's exactly why they were so hard on Coach Prime. Yeah, he got the personality, he got that, but he represented something. And it's more than just black. It's a mixture of some things. But the biggest thing is, you guys stay in your lane. You're the athletes. You're the superstars. We sit on the bench. We was the water boy. But we love the game. This is the way we express. We love. Y'all have had your turn. You've had your shine. Why are you going to come take our shine? That's what it really is. It's a jealousy. It's a hidden understanding that they've always had at that level. Like, look here. Don't cross this line. Stay over there. we gonna humble you when you try to come over here with us. Cause last thing we want y'all to do is come take this over too. Y'all was more talented than us. Y'all took all the opportunities, and we was third and fourth string quarterback, and we just had to go into coaching because we couldn't play. And then y'all come over here and out coach us too. That's what it is, y'all. I'm telling y'all, these people limit their little understanding to just colors and all that. That's what it is, man. It's like the big jock in high school. He was getting all the girls, and you when you go make your money, it's like, yeah. Back then you didn't want me, now you hot on me. Now he's hot again. Oh Lord. I thought we got rid of this guy. I thought that was the end of it. And he's still the guy. I still gotta compete with this guy. You still gotta compete with Coach Prime. Michael Vick was the man. They don't lock them up and everything. He still gotta compete with him as a coach. Deshaun Jackson, running past everybody, superstar. And now he can take my coaching job. Why don't these guys just going about their business with their money? Go sit down somewhere with their big bucks. Now they come taking our bucks over here too. They don't need this. They don't need this $200,000 job. Why didn't they just leave it to us? Maybe you got a point. But we're just in the evolution of a thing. Hope the Buffs do well, because that's only taking the current higher for the guys coming behind them. Go win a bowl game, having a good second season at the Power 5 level after dominating at Division I, FCS level in just a couple years. And you're showing that you can do the same thing at this level. Boy, it only helps the cause. So let's keep an eye on this thing. We're gonna check out this bowl game. Make sure it's a good showing. And y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Y'all come back for our post-game analysis. We talk more about this thing, close out this season. Rich Greg said it, and I'll talk to y'all soon.